All right, good morning, folks, and welcome. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu shehakol niv'bareh.
Amen.
L'chaim, l'chaim. Okay, so continuing with the mimer, the four levels of divine service that express four different loves that the soul is seeking to be able to see how the world is just an expression of God, how to see that Torah we draw down into this world. We draw down into this world from above, and to be able to look very deeply beyond the nature of this world. I guess it's not just a reflection of the divine will, but a deep bond, a deep bond, right? The gazing, the deep gaze, it's a deep connection. And then finally, that we're partners with God. We're partners with God. Hmm. Yeah, that we're partners with God. Hmm. Okay. It's a little warm in here. Okay. Now, so this is all based on Shira, Shirim, Song of Songs. So the verse also says that my head was full with tal. Tal is dew, dew that comes from heaven, the morning dew. So everything in this world is a metaphor in it, for the divine. So you have rain and you have dew. Rain, the physical act of rain, is two drops have to ascend upwards in order that it should drop rain downwards. In other words, rain is that something starts from below, rises up, right? It collects itself sufficiently, and rain clouds, and then at some point, whatever goes up must come down, right? Uh, Chaim. In other words, what is the metaphor? Our divine service goes up, right? So that itself is a very important point. The very fact that we can make a difference above The very fact we can make a difference, that itself, most people think, keeping most people feel that, doing a mitzvah, whatever it is wonderful for you, but it's got nothing to do with, you know, above, heaven above, divine above. It's just, you know, something you have to do. And because of that, that's all you see of it, and all you can appreciate of it is the human value to it. And no, our divine service affects the spiritual realm above. And that's the idea of rain. What goes up will then eventually will come down. So what we do reciprocates in what we get. That's the rain of love. But then there's dew. Dew comes DEW, doesn't come because it's due to you at all. Because due to you meaning DUE, right? Dew comes from above on its own. Whether, whether something went up or not, it's something from above, period. Metaphorically, it means even if we don't do our part, God will still uh, do upon us, will bring upon us nonetheless. We're, and that's what it means that my head is full of dew. And in Song of Songs, this phrase comes after the four levels that we just spoke about, that we've been speaking about, right? Achesi Yainasi, Rayasi Yainasi Tamasi, right? That our connection and relationship with God is sibling, sister, sibling, innate love. Rayasi, friend, giving life. His Torah gives life. Yainasi, dove, deep gaze, deep connection. That's not natural. And then samasi, complete whole, being a partner with God, and making a dwelling place in this world, right? Excuse me. Sorry. So after that, then you get this dew on your head, metaphor, right? In other words, you're getting something beyond rain. Dew is a metaphor that is something you can't reach. These four levels is something we can reach in our divine service. We can perceive God and everything in this world as connected to God. We can appreciate bringing divine wisdom into this world through our Torah study. That we can gaze deeply into some aspect of what is gazing at the Rebbe, right? Or if it's, yeah, that there's a deep, profound connection. We can appreciate the idea of partnership with God to change this world through our actions to a divine abode. We can appreciate all that. And we can do it, right? Those four levels. After doing all of that, then we get tal. In other words, when we do that, that reaches like rain, right? Mist has to rise in order that the rain should fall. There has to be something, an effort on our part is the metaphor to bring down from the divine to reciprocate. A tal comes, right? This where tal represents that which comes from above, that's not pending on us. And that is a metaphor for ava atzmis, an essential bond, an essential connection that God has with us. So when will that essential bond be revealed? It's going to be revealed after these four levels. Now, the essential bond is there, but that it should be on my head, meaning revealed within me. So that comes after the four levels. So what does that mean? It means after these four levels, these four divine services that we spoke about, so you don't get just what you grasp, and that's what you were able to do through your, effective arousing within yourself down here, but you're given the aspect of Tal from above, which is something that you can't reach on your own. Right? And this is a completion. Right? It doesn't explain exactly, and maybe this is something that is not so explainable. I'm not certain, because it's not something we can reach. It's a gift from above. Anyway, let's continue. We'll try to. This then is what the beginning of the verse says. Open up, right? The soul is saying, the soul that is in the beginning of its knocking and trying to, connect. So we say to God, the soul says, open for me the eye of a needle. Wow. My wife was just working with needle and thread last night. I said, how difficult that is to get the thread through the eye of the needle. He says, did they not come up with something? Like, you would think, progressed in so many different ways in technology. And the eye of the needle to put the thread through is unless someone has, some, maybe there is, but not in the machine that she has. Still needed, like, Hmm. Anyways, so open up for me the eye of a needle. That's what we cry. And God, or actually, God is saying this to us. God is saying, just open up a little bit your soul for me. And I will open up an opening like an entryway to, right? It'll be huge like a hall, huge, like the wedding hall. Huh. So what does that mean? It means this great hall that will be open for us when we open up just our soul like a hole of a needle thread. And this hall that will be open will have without doors that can be opened and closed, but it'll be always open. Hmm. Right. Okay. So this is what it means. This is what it means. Dew coming from heaven. Wow. 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 In other words, after this, the gates of heaven are open. The doors don't close. Now, there's always the connection. That's the gift from above. That's like the righteous, right? And no doors are closed. And the doors aren't closed. Therefore, you have a capability of getting whatever there is treasure from the divine whole, so to speak, without anything holding back. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's nothing held back from the person. This is a heavy duty. I'm not certain if we reach that. Well, we're going to see more in the mimer where this is going. But others at a certain point, the doors are open. The treasure that there is, the divine treasure, and divine treasure doesn't mean, that you're getting a nice new car. You're getting a nicer home to live in. That's not divine pleasure or divine. Yeah, it means, yeah, the divine connection. There's nothing that's not available. I'm sure that's just for the righteous, but there's going to come something that is meaningful to us. But we have to wait for that. Okay. Wow. All right. More to come. We'll see you soon.